everybody, Sam Marwood here from Cultivate Farms. I'll just put my microphone on so you can hear me. Welcome to episode, 24 of Cultivate Farms TV, where we take you behind the scenes of what we're doing to get you onto your farm. We are all about matchmaking. We match aspiring farmers with retiring farmers and investors to own and operate a farm together. We want that to be you. If you're any of those people, we want to hear from you. We want to back you onto your farm. And we're doing it because we want to help rejuvenate regional Australia by helping to transition land between the generations, which is such a hard thing at the moment. But it doesn't have to be. So watch all our past videos of every week, where we're just trying to be as open and transparent about what we're doing, and mainly to get you inspired that you can be a farmer. It is now possible. So this week we have a national TV ad for the next 4 weeks with Prime 7. How to use Landcare to get on your farm. I was going to talk about that last week, but I forgot to. And a stack of farming opportunities. Things are starting to heat up. Make sure you guys are in constant contact with what we're doing. Sign up to our email list, sign up as a farmer, because we need to give you information about these opportunities because they're too good to pass up. So let's get cracking. Each week I'm giving an update on how many people have signed up as an aspiring farmer. We have 133 of you amazing people who have signed up. That is amazing. 11 more this week, so please keep it going. If you've signed up, please let other people know about what you're doing and why you've done it. And we want more signed up because there are something like over 100,000 farms in Australia. Having more people signed up is not going to stop you getting onto your farm. We need more people so we can build momentum, so that more doors can open, so more people are talking about what we're doing, so that there is a higher chance of you getting on your farm. There's more people, more retiring farmers coming and talking to us, that sort of thing. It's all about building momentum. Having you on there is going to give us credibility, and we can open more and more doors. So please, we know there's well more than 133 people we have spoken to and emailed and contacted, so please jump on and sign up. Landcare. So the other day I met up with the chair of Landcare Australia, Doug Human. What a great bloke, and he loves what we're doing with Cultivate Farms. So I've been thinking about ideas, and with the team as well, is about how do you use Landcare to get onto your farm. And I think there's some really interesting things you can do yourself to utilize this amazing network to find retiring farmers. So I would encourage you, to jump online, the link's here, find all the Landcare groups within your area. I would sign up to them and be a part of it and get to know the people in the community, the Landcare people in your community. Build relationships, take your time, don't just do it overnight, but use this. These people are obviously socially minded and obviously thinking a little bit differently, and so would be completely open to this idea of transitioning their farm to a clever, aspiring farmer like yourself. So use this network. I think there's something really powerful here. We're going to keep unpacking this idea with Landcare. We threw a number of other options and ideas to Landcare about what we're doing and how you rejuvenate communities. So that hopefully some lots of doors will open that way. But if we can just tap into that Landcare network, the opportunities could be endless. So I encourage you to look into that. National TV ad with Prime 7. So we have, because of the light bulb moments with the Regional Australia Institute, Foundation for Rural and Regional Renewal, and Prime 7 that we won a couple of weeks ago. They have given us the ability to have an ad, a 30-second ad across the country. So we put it out. I think it's gone live today, so you might see it on TV for the next 4 weeks. We're pumping it on Facebook and social media. It's pretty cool. So the whole aim was to promote it to retiring farmers and talk about how you've worked hard and created your farming legacy. What are you doing now when you're thinking of stepping back? Will you continue that farming legacy, and will you back some aspiring farmers? That's sort of the message we're trying to get across. Whether we do it or not is another question. We think it's good. We'd love your feedback on it. Tim and Tegan are the stars and their kids. So this is all with footage we did way back in March, which we haven't even properly released ourselves as an own standalone ad, which we will, and we'll cut up into a number of different ads. But it was a great opportunity to chuck it on Prime 7's generous offer to create an ad. So check it out, please share it. So that's the other thing, please share this stuff. If you're out there trying to figure out how do you get access to retiring farmers and talk to them, share our content, share that video, that 30-second video. You never know who's going to see it. You could even post it on friend walls and get them thinking about it. We need a discussion to keep going so that more doors will open. Not everyone's going to jump on it and hand their farm over to you straight away, but the more we share this sort of stuff, the easier it's going to be. And this is why we're here. We want to create content that you can share and get out there. So I did a video just talking about this during the week as well, about how do you get on your farm the quickest. People say, what's the quickest thing I can do? Or what's the simplest things I can do to get on my farm? And it is sharing content online. Social media is so powerful. There are farm groups online that you can share stuff to. You can get discussion going. The power of your share is massive. So I talked about sharing all our other content like this week, but everyone shared that video. That video has had, I think, the highest views we've seen on our Facebook page, just from you guys sharing it. That's how the algorithms work. More likes, more shares, more reach. The bigger reach we get, the more chance we have of getting you onto your farm, the more doors will open. So I just want to reiterate that we need you to help us to help you get on your farm. Simple things like clicking. Takes 2 seconds, can really make a big difference. Education pack. So I was speaking to the co-founder of Student Edge, which is sort of this online hub where young people go to find out their career options and kick apart ideas. They said they haven't got really anything much about farming, and so now I'm thinking about, with the team, thinking about applying for a grant. So any grant makers out there, focused on understanding what young people think about farming and unpack why they aren't or why they will head into farming, what are the barriers, use that to have some national statistics that we can throw around and open more doors, but also create some content that we can put online to really open young people's eyes that farming is a massive career option and opportunity. The barriers to entry have gone in that we can match you with farmers if you're good enough. So yeah, it'd be really interesting to see how that progresses. If anyone out there knows of anyone with grants, etc., who would be interested in doing this, we are completely open to doing it. We just don't have the funds to do a survey and do that content ourselves, but we'd love to partner with anybody who does. Last week talked about accountants reviewing Cultivate Farms. So we have a grant from Farming Together, which is a national program around farmers cooperating together. Sat down with an accountant and a business advisor during the week, and they pulled apart Cultivate Farms. Initially they were skeptical that this could even work and be a financially sustainable business, but after an hour and a half they were very confident that we had a really strong business model here. We just hadn't elaborated it well enough. So they're going to go away and put some diagrams together, do some words, do some graphs, tables, etc., and demonstrate how this is going to be a viable business, which is really, really exciting. Like, we need this to be viable so we can keep going and find you guys farms. So to have their input is massive. So I will try and be as transparent with that as we can as that comes through, just to give you a back end insight to what we're doing at Cultivate Farms. Talking to an aspiring farmer during the week and they had a great suggestion that there are news boards or boards throughout country towns all over Australia with flyers on them advertising certain events or whatever. We should be on there. And it's such a good idea. So we're going to develop a flyer and we'll put it online, have it available for anyone to download and print and put it in your community. So that could be a great way for you to get attention of retiring farmers. Apparently they love reading this stuff. They love reading stuff on physical hard copy things, which we're mainly being online. So we need to start doing this offline stuff. And then imagine the power of every one of you guys walking around your local communities, sticking a couple of flyers here and there. To me, that sounds awesome. So we're going to have a crack at that flyer, something simple and basic. We'll keep you posted about that. Progress with the retiring farmers. We're still at 20. So we had 20 a week or so ago. We haven't seen many since that big media push. So I encourage you guys to keep encouraging and sharing content to keep that going. But what is happening is we're catching up with every single one of those retiring farmers and talking about their farming plans and future and what they want with an aspiring farmer, and they're all very, very encouraging and positive discussions. They're all excited with the possibility of getting a great aspiring farmer onto their farm. So it's great. It's a real privilege to be able to talk to these people about what their plans are. The step we're going to do with every one of these farmers is outline. We're getting them to put together an outline of their farm, but also we're going to unpack the numbers to make sure that these farms are profitable. We don't want to be matching them onto you guys onto farms that won't succeed. We're also thinking about how do we value add for each of these farms. So we're just working through processes now to get advisors in to help us with all of that. Because that's the aim is we want to have a win-win where the retiring farmer, whether they want to step back completely, just sell or vendor finance or leasing, whatever. We just need to make sure every one of those farms is viable. So that's the steps we're going through. Farming opportunities. Check through Facebook to see these, but there's the Northeast Dairy Farm Pathway. So it's working on a farm, but if you do well, they could back you onto your own farm. That is a great option. We know these people, amazing. So if you're a dairy farmer, Northeast Victoria, get onto that. Sorry, I should say Northeast Vic, not just Northeast. today we're advertising a New South Wales dairy farm share farm option. That is really quite cool. I can't wait till that pops up. If you guys have a look at that, and I'll unpack it more later. And also we're going to be announcing our friends at Organic and Regenerative Investment Cooperative have a market garden opportunity west of Bendigo, near where I grew up. This is very, very cool as well. So I encourage you to check that out when that pops up. Even go to the Ori Co-op Facebook page now, you'll see it. Keep pitching us farms. I want to reiterate that. We have investors ready. So 200K or 300K radius of Canberra. If you find any farm around 1,000 or over 1,000 hectares, let us know. Northwest of Bendigo, we're after farms, and also southwest Victoria. Please get in touch. Find retiring farmers. We're talking to real estate agents, but if you find retiring farmers in those areas, we are confident, well, we could potentially get you onto that farm. We've got to do all the due diligence, etc. But encourage you guys. There are farms ready to be bought, and it could be you, it could be your farm. On that line of how long it takes to get into a farm opportunity, I just want to reiterate how long and tricky sometimes it is to get you guys onto your farm. So we're talking to some people over a year already, trying to figure out how to get them onto their farm and specific farm opportunities. It takes a while to build up relationships with investors, so we're always trying to figure out how to really get them on board and really commit to what we're doing. So just want to reiterate that these things take a while, which is why you should be persistent. You should be always out there talking about what you're doing, because you never know who's going to find out. But also, the sooner you tell them, the sooner they're going to click to what you're doing and what we're doing. But that might take a year or two. So these things do take time. We're talking about big assets. We're talking about people's lives. But that's why we're just out there talking to as many people as possible, so we can get as many different opportunities going, which you never know how far they're going to go in terms of leading to a farm. So just to reiterate, it does take a while to get these farms off the ground and opportunities going, but they will happen. It just takes persistence and time. And lastly, some very, very cool stuff we're working on the side, which I haven't told you about. This is the first time I've mentioned it. Hopefully in the next few weeks we'll announce it, but we're all about eliminating the barrier to entry for farm ownership. But a part of that is also, how do you get the money? Say you got a lease, how do you get the money to get livestock? From a bank, again, that's almost impossible as well. So we're looking at a crowd-funded livestock platform. That's probably as much as I can say now. It's pretty cool, pretty exciting. And just another one of the many things we're looking into as well, to open doors for you guys to get farming. So I'll leave it there, just a bit of a teaser. Lots happening again. Please keep getting in touch. Love hearing from everybody. Keep sharing the content. Share this video. Talk about your dream farm. Cheers.